My husband and I planned our entire wedding for $5,000, and today I'm going to give you the full breakdown of how we did it. Okay, so section 1 is what I call the strategic foundation. Honestly, this is the most important part of the entire process. First up, you and your partner need to figure out your top 3 non-negotiables. Before you do anything else, sit down separately and each write down the 3 things that you absolutely must have for your wedding day to feel special. Is it amazing photos? Is it having a specific type of food? Once you have your lists, compare them. The things that overlap, that's your priority list. This becomes your North Star for every single decision. When you're wondering, should we spend more on the cake or the photographer? You look at the list. Next, and please listen to me on this one, the guest list is the single most important financial decision you will make. Every single person you add costs money for food, drinks, a chair, a plate, everything. For a $5,000 budget, you really need to be looking at a guest list of 50 people or fewer. So here's a little trick we used, the $200 dinner test. For every person on the list, ask yourselves, would we take this person out for a $200 dinner, just us and them? If the answer is no, it's a sign you might be inviting them out of obligation. Keep your list to the people who are truly active and present in your lives. A smaller wedding feels so much more intimate, and you'll actually get to talk to everyone. Okay, so you've got your priorities and your guest count. Now you need a budget. I'll put a sample framework on the screen right now. As you can see, about 45 to 50% goes to the venue and food. This is your biggest chunk. But look, these are just percentages to get you started. If you find a free venue, guess what? You can dump that entire $2,300 into your other priorities, like photography or your dress. The most important part of this chart is that contingency fund. That 5 to 10% buffer is non-negotiable. It's for taxes, tips, and all the little things that pop up. And my final secret weapon for you in this section is timing. Venues and vendors are so much cheaper in the off-season. Think winter or on a weekday, like a Friday or a Sunday. Even having a brunch or lunch reception instead of a dinner can save you a ton. Think of it like this. Saving $1,000 on a Friday venue could pay for your entire photography budget. All right, section 2, the venue. This is usually the biggest expense, so for a $5,000 wedding, we have to get creative. Everyone loves the idea of a backyard wedding, right? It's personal, it's flexible, and best of all, it's free. Except, it's not. Free can be really misleading. When you use a backyard, you become the venue manager. You have to rent everything. The tent, the tables, the chairs. The cost of those rentals can easily add up to thousands of dollars, so you have to price it out carefully. Another beautiful option is a public park or a beach. The permit is usually super cheap, maybe a couple $100 at most, but the trade-off is rules. Lots of rules. Usually no alcohol, no loud music, and you can't kick the public out. So my advice? Use that beautiful park for a cheap and stunning ceremony, and then move the party to a more practical spot for the reception. This brings me to my favorite hidden gem, community halls. Think VFW halls, church basements, local centers. The rental fee is low. They usually include tables and chairs, which is a huge built-in savings. And the magic words, they almost always let you bring your own alcohol. The ability to BYOB and bring in your own cheap catering is the #1 way to make this budget work. It might be a blank slate you have to decorate, but the financial control it gives you is priceless. Section 3, let's talk about feasting. Food, cake, and drinks. Traditional catering is out. For our budget, we need to look at alternatives. My top 2 are drop-off catering and food trucks. Drop-off catering is a lifesaver. Getting catering trays from them can cost as little as $12 to $20 a person. We looked at Olive Garden. Their pasta station package is so affordable and comes with salad and breadsticks. Now, let's talk alcohol. I already said it, but a venue that lets you BYOB is your best friend. You can buy everything from Costco or a discount store, and you do not need a full open bar. Just do beer and wine. Or, to add a personal touch, create 1 or 2 signature cocktails. I promise no one will mind. For dessert, the average tiered wedding cake costs over $500. We're not doing that. Go to Costco or your local grocery store. Their cakes are delicious, and a sheet cake that serves everyone can be under $60. Section 4, the look. Let's talk about your attire and making the space beautiful. The average wedding dress is almost $2,000. That's nearly half our entire budget? Absolutely not. There are so many amazing, affordable options now. Check out online stores like Lulu's. They have stunning gowns for under $300. But the best way to get a designer dress for a steal is the secondhand market. Websites like Still White are where other brides sell their gorgeous, once-worn dresses for 50 to 80% off. You can also rent a designer gown, but here's my big warning. Do not forget to budget for alterations. A $300 dress that needs $400 in alterations is not a good deal. Always factor that in. For flowers and decor, this is where your creativity gets to shine. Doing it yourself is your best friend. Section 5, Capturing the Day, Photography, Music, and Invitations. Okay, let's have some real talk about photography. This is one area where you want quality, but the average price is just not in our budget. So here's my number one highly recommended, safest strategy. Hire a true professional photographer for less time. Instead of an 8-hour package, book them for 4 hours. They can cover your ceremony, your family portraits, and the key moments at the start of your reception. You get the benefit of their professional skill and equipment for the most important parts of the day, but at a price you can actually afford. For music, a live band is out, so you're choosing between a DJ and a DIY playlist. A budget-friendly DJ can be found for a few $100s, and they do more than just play music. They act as the master of ceremonies, or MC, guiding the whole night. And finally, invitations. Save your money and go digital. Use a free wedding website from The Knot or Zola to handle all your details and online RSVPs. If you really want a paper invitation, design it for free on Canva and get it printed affordably at a local shop. Okay, so how does this all come together? I'm going to put 3 different sample budget breakdowns on the screen. One is a casual backyard, one is a more traditional feeling community hall party, and one is a super intimate guest experience restaurant wedding. For the backyard, you see the money goes into rental since the venue is free. For the community hall, you're paying for the venue, but that frees up money for a DJ. And for the restaurant wedding, you slash the guest list down to 30, and almost all the money goes to the restaurant, which covers almost everything for a super low-stress, high-quality experience. But I also know it can be stressful. You're doing a lot yourself, so my final advice is this. Give specific, manageable jobs to friends and family you trust. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more.